Welcome back. In this video lecture, we will look at the string data types that are available in ClickHouse. In ClickHouse, a string is a sequence of characters that stores the input data as an arbitrary set of bytes. ClickHouse has two different subtypes for storing string. The first one is the string data type, and the next one is the fixed string data type. In string, we can store character sequences of any length, and in fixed string, we can store only the character sequences up to predefined length. While storing the data in both these data types, it is not automatically encoded, and the responsibility of encoding the data lies with the program or the person inserting the string data. In other prominent databases, we may have multiple subtypes for storing string data, but in ClickHouse, we have just two subdata types for string. In fixed strings, we have to specify the length of the string in bytes that can be stored in the particular column. Let me demonstrate a simple example. In this example, I'm going to create a new table called string_example. This table has two columns, and the first column is of string data type and the next one is of fixed string data type. This table is going to use log engine. Let us not worry about the engine details because they will be covered extensively in the upcoming sections. We can store up to 6 bytes of data in column 2. I have created the table now. Next, let us insert some data into this table. Here, I am going to insert one row of data, and A will be inserted in column 1 and Apple will be inserted in column 2. We can now see the inserted data in this table. Let me now insert another row of data into this table. I am trying to insert fruit in column 1 and pineapple in column 2. This will throw an exception, and ClickHouse will not truncate the string if the length of the inserted string is greater than the length that is declared at the time of table creation. But whenever the string which is inserted is less than the length that is declared, then ClickHouse will append null bytes and insert the string. So this is all about string data types in ClickHouse. Thanks for watching and see you again. Welcome to this video on date and datetime data types in ClickHouse. We can store calendar date in date data type, and along with the calendar date, we can store the time of the day using datetime data types in ClickHouse. Each of these data types has two subtypes. We have date and date32 to store the calendar dates, and we have datetime and datetime64 data types to store the calendar date along with the time of the day. Coming to the date data type, it is based on Unix epoch, which is the year 1970, and we can store up to the year 2149. This data type consumes 2 bytes to store the data in the disk. Coming to date32 data type, it is an extended version of the date data type. We can store dates starting from the year 1900 till the year 2299. In date32 data type, the data is stored as 32-bit integer. Note that in both the date data types, we cannot store the time zone for those dates. Let us move on to the datetime data types. Similar to the date data type, datetime data type can store timestamps starting from the year 1970 until the year 2106. Datetime data type can store the data with resolution of 1 second. We can also store the time zones along with the timestamps, and if we don't specify the time zone, UTC will be default time zone. The time zone information is stored in the column metadata for datetime data type. We will look at the datetime64 data type. It is an extended version of datetime data type, and timestamps starting from the year 1900 until the year 2299, 31st of December are supported. This data type supports sub-second precision, and the timestamps can be stored up to nanosecond precision. Let us now look at an example. In this example, I am going to create a table called date-datetime example. This table has 4 columns, and column 1 is of date data type, column 2 is of date32 data type, Column 3 is of daytime data type and the time zone is Australia Sydney, and column 4 is daytime 64 data type and we have defined the precision as 6. So that means we can store timestamps up to microsecond precision. And the time zone for this column is Australia Sydney. Let me insert a row of data into this table. This will be inserted in the column 1, this in column 2, this timestamp in column 3, and finally, this timestamp with microsecond precision will be inserted in column 4. So we can see the inserted data here. So this is all about date and daytime data types in ClickHouse. Thanks for watching and see you again. Welcome back. In this video, we will cover the arrays and tuples in ClickHouse. In ClickHouse, an array is a collection of items which are of compatible data types. ClickHouse also supports multi-dimensional arrays, and by default, a ClickHouse array can hold up to 1 million elements in it. An array can be declared in ClickHouse by using array function or by using square brackets. Let me show you a couple of examples. So we have created an array using the array function and by using the square brackets. So null values are also allowed in arrays. But incompatible data types like an integer and string are not allowed in arrays. And this is an example of multidimensional arrays. Let us now move on to the tuples in ClickHouse. A tuple is a collection of items where each item can be of any data type. And unlike arrays, the elements are not required to be of homogeneous data types. We can use the tuple function to declare a tuple. Let me show you an example. So in this example, we have multiple different data types in this tuple. The first two elements are integers, the third element is a string, and the fourth element is of date data type. So this is all about arrays and tuples in ClickHouse. Thank you and see you again.